Oh, I'm already live? That was quick. That was very, very quick. Good morning, everybody. Nobody's listening to me right now, but I'm going to say good morning anyway. It's a good morning chat. I may have another chat later tonight. It's Saturday after all. Um, but I thought I have about, what time is it? I got about 40, half hour to kill. So I could kill the half hour with something else, but I'm going to kill it with a little chat because I've been busy and I'm going to be busy today until the rain comes. It's supposed to rain around 3 o'clock, and I have a project that requires Dicor, and I don't have any Dicor because I used all my last Dicor on Lydia's camper. And I should have bought something. It's always imperative that if you live in a van or RV or camper or whatever with roof vents, anything on a roof that you need to seal, it's very imperative, extremely imperative that you have stuff to seal it with in case it's raining and all of a sudden you have a leak and you can't go buy that stuff when you need it. You gotta have it with you. I do have some other stuff, so in an emergency I could use something else, but I rather use a Dicor on a roof. And the project that I'm working on requires Dicor on a roof. Something new that I have to cut through my roof. Uh, it's going to have to happen, but I like it. And I'll be drilling as soon as I get the Dicor. I'm going to be drilling through my roof. I'm not going to say what it is. It's going to come up in a future high production video, but when that happens, uh, more about that next time. So anyway, who we have here? Maud Ariane says hello. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correct, but that's how I'm pronouncing it. Connect Camper Adventure. Good morning, mate. Good morning, Connect for short. I don't know your name, but I hope you're having a good morning. Mate, you're probably in England, Australia, one of those. My Timmy's almost gone. I just had my breakfast. Here's the evidence, or what's left of it. Um, yeah, man. Well, good morning. Good morning, yeah, man. Ed Aker. Morning, Lewis. Morning, Ed. I know another Ed that I like to ignore. Just kiddingly, but Mike McGowan. Good morning, Lewis. Good morning, Mike. And that's all the folks I got out there. I got 16 victims. I mean subscribers. Sorry, subscribers watching. That's cool. So I'm not talking to myself over here. I'm at a Walmart. What else is new? I didn't stay here. I was just driving. I had to drive here, and I'm actually driving to an RV place, and I'm about 3 miles from there. And then I saw this Walmart, and I hadn't had breakfast yet, so I figured, you know what? Let me just pull in here and make my breakfast, and then in a little bit I'm going to drive there and get the stuff that I need, and then probably I'm going to find a Home Depot or Lowe's because I may need some supplies. Like yesterday, I was working on this project that I'm doing, and then I went in, I bought some supplies, I came out, and then I thought I had everything I needed. Sure enough, I didn't. So I had to go back inside. I bought some other stuff. I came back out, and then turns out that I needed something slightly different. So I went back in. I bought something slightly different. I'm not saying what it is. I'm not giving too many ideas. And then while I was there, I'm thinking, well, maybe I should get this one here too, just in case. I'm like, nah, this will do. So I came out. I'm out there a little bit, and then I realized, you know what? Darn it, I need the other one. So I went back inside, got the other one, came back out, and then I ended up using the one I had before, and I didn't need the one I just. When you're doing projects that's one of a kind, there's always changes. You know, it's not like you go to a store. Oh, I need this for this. You can't do that. You got to use your brain, try to think how you want stuff, and then apply your brainage. That's my own word. You apply your brainage to the situation, and you try to solve the problems the best way you can. Jerry Minchie, how you doing, Jerry? You are up early, Jerry? Oh, it's not that early, but Jerry says, I have my Timmy's. Jerry, I'm hooking so many people on Timmy's. It's unbelievable. I should buy stock in Timmy's. Timmy's should be sending me a check every month for all the people I hooked on Timmy's. You know, one of these days I'm going to be driving and I'm going to get pulled over. Sir, we have reports that you are funneling Timmy's through states where there's no Timmy's. You know, I guess that there's worse things you can be stopped for, right? Okay, Maud Aryan is in India. Lots of love from India. Am I pronouncing it correct? Maud Aryan. Aryan. You know, there's some Indian folks that have Portuguese names, and there was one I forget where I saw him. Did I work with this person? I forgot where this person was, but he was Indian, but he had a Portuguese name, and you know, by the name I couldn't tell, but he was from India, and that was interesting. Connect Camper Adventure says, changed it from Anthony Smith, as I was going to start a YouTube channel, but never bothered with it. Okay, so it's Anthony Smith, which I will probably forget next time I do a live video. But I try not to forget. I used to be terrible with names, but now I remember so many people that I've met, and I still remember their names for the most part. Tony M. Good morning, Lewis. Good morning, Tony. Or as we say in New York, Tone. Hey, Tony. Jack Jones. Hi from the Nauheria. Jack Jones is in Nauheria. All right. I guess it could be worse. It could be in Kanakia or Kanakland. Fruge, Quentin, good morning, Lewis. What's up? What's happened? What's happened was Timmy's and breakfast. And now I'm just waiting a little bit because I got to go to an RV dealer and buy some Dicor, and I'm doing a project on my van, another project that requires me to cut a hole in the roof, and I'm not saying what it is yet. I can't say it, obviously. You gotta wait for the high production event to come to you. So, Jack Jones, I speak Blahish. Okay, I do the same sometimes. Mike Brown, morning. Good morning, Mike. How's everybody this morning? Yeah, man. My name is Joel, and I live in Highland Park, New Jersey. You know, I've been making the comments on Facebook about Bound Brook River. Okay. You are not far you're not far from where I am, actually. So, Johnny Rescue. Good morning, Lewis. Do you do build out for hire at all? Johnny, I don't do that. Simply because I do not have the time for that. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of effort. If somebody came to me for a couple hours and needed help with something, I wouldn't mind helping if I had the time. But to dedicate my time to do something, it takes a lot of work and effort, and I just don't have the time. I'm either working or it's the weekend. I have projects going on. I got to help Spielberger doing editing, and I just don't have the time. It takes a lot of time to do that. So I don't, sorry. And I just got something going on here. Johnny says your work is very good. Well, I do the best I can. You know, this was done for me. If you're referring to my van, it was done for me, and if I did another build, I probably could do it differently, but I probably, knowing myself, as I know myself, I probably would still put a lot of effort into it, just because that's how I like to do it. Yeah, I like it. Some people may not like it. Yeah, man, my Facebook's is Scotty. All right, Scotty, don't beam me up just yet. Just hold on that for a second. Quentin says, another project, sweet. I'm thinking an escape hatch. You never know. You know, I may put something over here where if something happens, I press a button and I get ejected up in the air and then come down in a parachute. I'm not saying what it is. I'm cutting a hole. It could be this big, it could be that big, it could be this big, it could be this big, I don't know. But a hole has to be cut in today, and that's why I need the die core, and then you'll be seeing that at a later date. I don't know when. Mary Cardenas says, good morning from Texas. And before that, Mary Cardenas said, message retracted. You probably typed something wrong. Yeah, man, not to throw you off, but I live in Michigan now. I lived in New Jersey for 2002. I grew up there. I was 28 when I moved, 45 now. Okay. So you are in Michigan. I went to Michigan quite a few times. It's all good. You could still come over here to New Jersey. It's only going to take you about 6 hours to get here, depending on where you are in Michigan. So, Mike Brown, ever consider raising your roof? No. Not one bit. I know a lot of people have asked me if I'm going to put a height. No. It's going to change the look of the van. Right now I'm very stealthy. It looks like a cargo van. It looks much stealthier than a high top van, that's for sure. And for me to put I could if I wanted to, but for me to do that, it means, yeah, let me hold that. So if I raise my roof, I have to lose all this. I'm going to lose my vents. I'm going to lose my lights. I'm going to lose this. I'm going to lose that. I'm going to lose all my cabinets around the van. Okay, everything that you see, I would lose because I would have to remove all this for somebody to be able to cut the roof. And I would lose my roof rack. I would lose my solar panel probably because it probably wouldn't fit. So I put so much work into this van. I am not willing to sacrifice the work. I put countless hours into this van. I'm not willing to sacrifice that for the sake of being able to stand up. If I want to stand up that badly, I'm just going to get another van and I will sell this one. For the time being, for the next couple of years while I'm working full-time, this is what I'm going to have. In the future, I may decide to sell this van and get a high-top van and start from scratch. I know it's going to be a lot of work, but I would rather start from scratch with a high-top van than have to remove all this and then fix it again. I don't like doing things twice. I hate it. Even at work where I'm getting paid to do stuff, if I'm like, say, grading something and I put it right on grade, it's right on the money, and then they come back and say, oh, something changed, we have to do something else and we have to redo it again. I just hate doing the same area twice. I rather do 100 different areas the first time than doing the first one 50 times. So it's just not going to happen. Yeah, man says, I don't know about 6 hours. It takes about 5 days to get across the Ohio. Not really. I've driven to Michigan quite a few times, and it's about, no, wait a minute. It's not 6 hours. I misspoke. It's about 10 hours because it's about 600 miles. No, wait a minute. It's not 600. I don't remember if it's 600 miles, but it's about 10 hours, not 6 hours. From about a certain point in Michigan to where I'm at, it's about 10 hours. So it's about 500, maybe about 500 miles. So it's not 6 hours. Quentin Fruch says, I see something new. You don't see anything new. I mean, I got this thing hanging in here, but you don't see something new. You see nothing. Well, no, I've already posted those videos, so what do you see new? There's nothing new that you haven't seen yet, unless you didn't see those videos. Tie load, Ford Transit Factory high top. Yes, I was waiting for the Ford Transit to come out before I bought my van, and it wasn't coming out, and I was waiting and I was waiting, and then I couldn't wait I couldn't wait anymore, so I bought this one. And I think I bought the right van because the Ford Transit has lots of issues. When you buy something that's year one, even year two sometimes, they have issues, and then they fix them over time. And then if you buy a vehicle that's now the second or third or fourth, fifth year, now all those issues from the first couple of years have been mostly ironed out, they've been resolved. So I'm glad I didn't buy the Ford Transit, because probably I would have had a lot of issues. Nicholas Beriasiarte. Did I pronounce that right? Nicholas Bericiarte says, greetings from Argentina. Greetings from the United States, Nicholas. I hope everything's going right, good down there. I hope you're not feeling too sick, because you gotta walk around like sideways or upside down, kind of. So just be careful. Don't fly off the flat earth into deep space. I'm just kidding around. Never been to Argentina. Quentin Fruge, is that a new Fantastic fan up front? No, I don't have any new Fantastic fans. No. He's seeing things. I don't have a new one. Mike Brown says, I drive one for work. They suck. What do you drive for work? A Transit? A Ford Transit? I would buy a Ford Transit before I buy a foreign vehicle. And to me, the The Dodge, what do they call them? I can't remember the name of the Dodge high top van. Um, can't remember. But those, to me, they're basically a foreign vehicle. To me, it's foreign. So it's basically a Fiat with a name Dodge. So, but I think I would rather buy a Ford. But if they don't make a good product, people are not going to buy it. You know, you got to make a product that's good. I got the hiccups now. All right, Nicholas Bericiarte says I nailed it. Cool. Ram Pro Master. Yes, the Ram Pro Master. My buddy Bob has one. He seems to be happy with it. No issues, which is always good. I know that the dealers will fix the issues, but it's the hassle of having to go to the dealers, lose your time from work. If you work like me, you got to lose time from work. You got to take personal time to go there and for them to fix it. So I don't like that. Baby doll, just sat down with my coffee. Good morning. Good morning, baby doll. I have my Timmy's over here too. Oh, it's hot. Oh, I'm just kidding. It's not hot. It's almost all gone. But I had some Timmy's. I had breakfast. And what time is it? Okay, 8:30. So pretty soon I'll have another chat. I'll have another live video tonight. Hopefully I'll have service, and I'll try to do it maybe maybe around 8-9 o'clock. So I got to find a place with service. I can't remember. I think I'm going to go back to where I was tonight, but I can't remember if I had good service there. But this thing with service, it all depends, because right now I think I have 2 bars on the phone that I'm using to do this right now, and I think it's working flawlessly, right? Are you seeing me good? I'm not fuzzy or anything any more than usual. But some other places I have like almost full bars, and this thing is just hiccuping. So I don't know. All right, what we got? Yeah, the Ford Transit Connect. Just at work on Thursday, there was a couple of those there by work. They look okay, you know. They're kind of smallish to live in, but I guess if I had to, you know, I would do it. And that's actually, those are even more stealthy than my van. I don't know about putting a solar panel on top because they're so low, you can see that. And when you put a solar panel, it'll, unless you build some stuff around it so that people can't see the solar panel, but yeah. William Storm from Bruges, Belgium. Howdy, Lewis, and congrats with your very brave daughter, Elise, whose videos I watched with undivided attention here. What a proud dad you must be. And with reason, greetings, Williams from Bruges, Belgium. She's a great kid. She's very smart. She has issues like everybody else. And unfortunately, she has issues that she didn't ask for. When you are born with certain problems, you didn't ask for those problems, right? You know, when you are born, you didn't ask for the color of your skin. You didn't ask for the color of your eyes, the color of your hair, how tall you're going to be, how you look. These are all things that you didn't ask for, and you have no control over. Same thing with mental issues, whatever kind. You didn't ask for these problems, but you have them. So it's how you deal with them that allows you to go forward or not go forward in life. So I think she's doing great. She's helping people, hopefully, and in the process, I hope that she's helping herself too. So Robert Gordon, good morning, Lewis from New Bern, North Carolina. Hey, another person there in New Bern, North Carolina. Good morning, Robert. I was there last year with Lydia, and I don't know if I'll be going there this year, but we'll see. Time will tell. Jeffrey Sandler, Coffee Lewis. Good morning, sir. Coffee Lewis. I didn't know my name was Coffee Lewis, but it could be worse. I guess I'll take Coffee Lewis. Baby doll, it's 7:30 here in the Midwest. 7:30. So you are on Central Time. So I forgot where you were. Did you tell me, baby doll? Baby doll, let me see. Did you say where you were? I can't remember if you said where you were. I don't remember. But it's the Midwest, Central Time. So Ruckus, 12,000 Ruckus. Watch your video on depression and bipolar. Just thought I would point out that they are very different things. Yes, I didn't say they were the same thing. There's depression and there's bipolar. I started talking about depression because related to what my daughter had talked about, and then I started going into areas that I hadn't gone before, and I had never really talked about my ex and the stuff that I went through, and that's what I was talking. So I was not diagnosing anything. I was not comparing the two. I was just talking about these two different things. But people that have bipolar, they have depression. So they may not be the same, but they are associated together. Yeah, man says, since when does Ford not make a good product? I don't know if Ford makes a good product, but Ford probably makes an okay product. But I know it was just a misspell. I'm just playing with you. But look, there was a time when American automobile companies were not making a good product. They were making crappy product, and people were buying other vehicles. And I think this is a lesson in free market. When the government doesn't tell you what vehicle to buy, when the government doesn't tell you what, or doesn't tell the automakers how to make their vehicle. Low power. Hold on a second. I gotta connect this thing. 1 second. There you go. All right, now we're good. When the government doesn't mingle, doesn't interfere with the consumer and with the company that makes the product, then the customer speaks with their wallet. American companies for a while didn't make a good product. People weren't buying that product as much, and those that bought the product, they paid dearly because they were constantly having to fix that problem. But for a while now, American automobile companies have been making good products, and there's no reason to go and buy something different or something from somewhere else. You know, we have plenty of choices here. All right, so that was a little bit of a rant there. Question mark says, hi from the Philippines. How you doing, question mark? I have a question for you. That's it. It's just a question. I'm playing on your question mark. People are talking here. I don't know what they're talking about. Quentin says working good. I don't remember. I don't know what is that for. Robert says working well. Jeffrey says looks good. I don't remember what those answers are for. I'm sorry. I'm talking here and then I don't remember. Baby doll, I want to know if Lydia and you think of going out to the west or north together. ESP now since the kids are grown. What's ESP? Oh, especially now since the kids are grown. Well, the kids are not fully grown. Christian is not 18 yet. So, we were planning on going to the RTR. Well, I can't say the RTR because, oh wow. You see that? That's, that. Oh, a second. I gotta lower. Oh, that is better. That light was harsh. Is that better? Lydia and I have planned on going out west. The RTR is not the focus of the trip, but it's a point, a stopping point in our route. So, but I don't know if that's going to happen. It all depends on many factors. So, but that's been our plan for a couple of years now, and it's been my plan to go over there since 2014. I just didn't have a chance yet to go to the RTR. Uh, I've been out west. Uh, Ruckus, how are the new batteries working out? The new batteries are working out great. I cannot deplete these batteries. They most of the time stay at 12.8, 12.9, 12.7. I have my vents going, my lights going. I charge up my computer. It never puts a dent in those batteries. I love it. I mean, having 510 amps, of which I have about half of that available, it's just amazing. You know, I just loved it. I should have done this a lot sooner. I didn't, and I have to make a video about this. And it's about how when I didn't know anything about batteries and about all this stuff, solar stuff, the advice that I was hearing, and I'm not saying it's a bad advice. It could be a good advice, but the advice that I was getting was that you should have less amps than you have watts. So watts is your solar panel, right? So I have 325 watts. So I should have less amps than that, less in amps than watts. So I got 250 amps, which is less than 325 watts. And the reason for that is that when you use all the power that you have, you want to be able to have enough watts to charge those batteries the next day. If you have more amps, then you may not be able to charge up the batteries. But from experience, from what I've been doing, you know, I realize that if I had more amps like I do now, and my van is sitting in the sun all day soaking up all that sun, I could charge up those batteries very easily because I'm working. I'm not in a van all day long doing stuff, you know, and even if I was not working, I wouldn't be in the van all day doing stuff. I'll be out there. So in the meantime, the sun is charging up my batteries. And sure enough, that is the case. All day long, the sun is charging up my batteries, even if I use a lot of power, which I just can't use enough power. Right now, I can't use enough to make a dent. And that's what the problem I was having in the past. I noticed that at times, or you know, like by lunchtime in the summer, my batteries were full, and they were just getting a little trickle charge from the sun, just to maintain them. And I'm like, I'm wasting all this sun. It's going to waste because these batteries are already full. If I had more amps, the sun would be charging these batteries, even if I used a lot of power the night before. And sure enough, that is the case. I have to make a specific video on that. How the advice that to have less amps than watts is not wrong, but it's not necessarily the right one for everybody. So my recommendation is get as many watts as you can put on your roof and get as many amps as you can, even if those amps are more than your watts, and just get as many as you can. Sorry, I got the hiccups. And if you do that, you can't go wrong. You know, just don't use all the power, because if you have more amps than watts and use all the power, you're going power hungry. Then the next day you may not fully charge your batteries, especially if it's not sunny. All right, that was a long talk. Freddie Jones says good morning. Good morning, Freddie Jones. And we have Mark Jones. Mark, is Freddie related to you? Mark is in Denver doing staircases. Mark and Mona. How you guys been? Good? Building staircases, I presume. They're right now in Denver, and then they travel around the country in their camper. Question mark. You already told me hi from the Philippines. That's the second time you've told me that, in case you didn't realize it. Mike Brown. I watched Lydia's vid about the fridge, about it not working on solar. Yes. I think that refrigerator has a problem working on the batteries. Everything is working good with the refrigerator. I changed the circuit board. Everything works good. When it's connected to propane, it cools down really good. When it's connected to 110 power, it cools down really good. When it's connected to 12 volt, it doesn't cool down. It just kind of like maintains it. Because I told Lydia, because this camper only had a tiny battery on the outside of the camper, on the outside compartment, it meant that this refrigerator was never meant to be run on 12 volts solely. It was meant to use the 12 volts to maintain a certain temperature, and use the alternator, because when she's driving, the truck is charging up the batteries. So they would use that to maintain the refrigerator, but not to make it go colder. So it was meant just to work properly on 110 or propane. So eventually she may have to get something else, because if she had something else that works efficiently on 12 volts, she could run the refrigerator probably day and night, just on the 12 volts that she has. So, my RVing adventures. Good morning, Louis. Good morning. Yolanda Ventura says, hi, Louis. Just stopped in for support and wishing you and your kids a very blessed day. Hi all. Wishing you the same. Driving now to work. All right, Yolanda. Don't watch and drive. And drive safe and have a good day at work. Tita Linda says, hi, Louis. Good morning. Good morning, Tita. Yaman says it was called the 70s. I don't remember what you, I'm sorry, I don't remember what you responding to, so I just don't remember. Robert Gordon, you asked the feed, if the feed was working good. Oh, okay. So I guess the feed is working good. All right, cool. See, the problem is, if I say something and then you answer, then there's more comments, and as I'm reading the comments, by the time I get your answer, I already forgot what I asked for. Ed Aker, installing a periscope? I can't tell you that. Even if I was, I can't say that. But I gotta tell you, that would be good, you know? How do you do that? I can see everything with the periscope. And then it just go. What time is it? Oh, I gotta get going. I gotta get going soon. So let me just read these comments real quick, and then I gotta get going. Chevy Van Dweller. I admire your outlook on life. Peace upon always. Thank you, Chevy. I don't know what my outlook on life is, but I just, whatever outlook I have, that's my outlook, and I'm sticking with it. Uh, and cool. Ivy, was it the temperature outside where you are at night now and where you are at? Oh, what is the temperature outside at where you are right now and where you are at? What's the difference? Where you're at now and where you are at? I think that they're one and the same. This morning, right now, I think it's about 73. Um, but the sensor that I have is on the side by the door, and sometimes it gets the heat from the engine. So it changes and then if the sun is hitting that side, it gives a little bit of a false reading. It says it's hotter than it is. So I wanted to put that sensor underneath the van, but once when I put it underneath the van, it did not communicate with the control here. So I had to put it there. For the most part, it gives me an accurate thing. But this morning was 64 degrees when I woke up, so I was a little chilled actually. But I think today it's going up to 80. Oh, I got the hiccups. I'm sorry. It's going up to 80 something today, and and then it's going to be raining for the next few days. So uh, I'm just trying to. I miss my place here in the comments. Mark John says that we are good. We keep our fridge on propane. Um, says Yamin says I'm watching Lewis live from the Dearborn truck plant building quality F-150. So from the Dearborn truck plant, Dearborn, Michigan. So you're watching me from the fourth plant? Are you on break or are you just skipping work? Tom Ott. Hi, buddy. Hope all is well. How's van life treating you? Lydia was trying to call me. Um, Sorry, Lydia was trying to call me and it got interrupted with the high production stuff. I may have to call her. Um, but van life is treating me good, and I can't complain. Lloyd Bob, good morning, Lewis. Hope happy Saturday. Elise says another video sharing help for depression. We'll watch after your live session. Thank you, Bob. I think she's doing a good job, and she could use all the support that she can get. Hopefully then she'll start gaining momentum and and building up her subscription base, subscriber base, and that's, well, it's not just about gaining subscriber, getting a subscriber. It's she wants to help people. So I guess the more subscribers she has, the more people are watching, the more people she can help. Um, yeah, but I think she's doing fine. Security Van Man says hello. How you doing, security? How's the security business? I gotta get going. I'm gonna finish these comments real quick, and then I gotta go. I gotta clean up real quick, and I gotta go get some decor, and I gotta put a hole in my roof. Uh, um, Tuco 829. Good morning from Long Island. Love it when you have chats. Good morning, Tuco from Long Island. I think I mentioned probably to you before. I hate Long Island. Nothing wrong with Long Island. I just hate going there because then I have to come out, and there's only one way out. So, um, Mike Brown, maybe he is installing a camera system. I can't say anything. Why would I be saying anything? It could be, I said it could be a little hole, it could be a big hole. How does that get to be a camera system? I can't, I don't know. I'm not going to say yes, I'm not going to say no, because you don't know what it is. You're just guessing. Chevy Vanwella, your demeanor brings peace. Oh, thank you. I hope I'm just being myself. And sometimes I'm happy, sometimes I'm not so happy. You know, there's times that I'm upset with myself and I'm not so happy. And, you know, I try for the most part. If I know you don't know me personally, but the people that know me, that work with me and stuff, they know for the most part I'm happy. Some days I'm a little cranky, like everybody else, but for the most part I'm happy. I'm Janice, been watching. Hello and goodbye. Goodbye, Janice. Go play some guitar. Mark Jones says he's ready for beach life again. Work is for someone else. I agree. I'm already tired of working. I want to go back somewhere else. Janice says Elise is awesome. Cool. I'm glad you like Elise. She appreciates that. Maxi Doodle says, good morning. I love watching your daughter's video. Can you help her boost her sound? I've mentioned that to her. I told her, you got to turn your camera into, so that you get no calls coming in or anything to disturb you. And I've told her that. I told her if she edits the video on iMovie, she has to bring the volume up. Maybe she forgot that. Or it could be that I mean, she has something similar to mine. Could be that the cover is covering the mic somewhere. It could be that she's speaking very softly. I don't know. She's new. I mean, you're gonna have to forgive her. She's new at this, so she's trying her best. And you know, hopefully she'll get better. So many kids. I don't know what that means. Traveling Robert is says, hey there, Lewis. Good morning. Good morning, Robert. How are you today? Traveling Robert, folks. Very nice guy. He has a traveling channel and he travels in his RV. He sings. He doesn't sing quite as good as me, and he doesn't play his guitar quite as good as me. I'm a very good singer, very good guitar player, but Robert, you know, he does okay. I mean, yeah, you should watch Robert. He travels around and film stuff, and and he sings too. But like I said, not quite as good as me. But you can go watch him and see for yourself if he's a good singer. I think I'm a better singer. Maybe Robert, if you come over here to the Northeast and we get together a little, maybe we can do a singing duet, you know, or something like that. I think I would beat you hands down. I'll even do it with my hands tied behind my back. I have no problems beating you. I mean, I'm that good. I know I'm good. You know, some things I don't say it, but when I know I'm good, I know I'm good. And I'm a good singer, and I'm a good guitar player. Baby Doll says, you are just a normal male getting older, Mr. Cranky. I'm not cranky all the time, but once in a while, you know, things happen, and I'm human, you know, I'm just like everybody else. John Lamb says, greetings, Lewis. Greetings, John. Nice to see you this morning. Bob Fleming says, good morning. And Janice, let's jam. I agree, Mike. And traveling Robert, I'm going to end with that because I have to go to the RV and get some decor before it rains. It's supposed to rain later today. So yeah, when you come back to the Northeast, just let me know. We'll meet somewhere and maybe we can do a video about a short video about, or I'll do a short video. You don't have to do it because you're probably going to lose a lot of subscribers, but I'll do a short video about our singing abilities, okay? And maybe you can let me use your guitar because I don't have one. I had a one-string guitar, but that's long gone. I can make your guitar into a one-string guitar if you let me. And I'm sure you're going to be thrilled about that. So, yeah. But I got to go, folks. I got to clean up real quick. I got to go to the RV place. It's already 9 o'clock. They just opened. So I will see you later. Maybe around 8, 9 o'clock. And we'll do another little chat and answer some questions and do stuff like that. So I'll see everybody later. And now comes the awkward part where I have to click off. And hopefully you can come back later and watch. And if not, it's okay. So everybody have a good day or good evening or good afternoon, depending on where you are. And I'll see you later.